Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, this is a great day. This is a moment that we are going to learn once again in this channel. This channel, I told you, is about learning, is about sharing ideas, is about interacting, and is about getting more knowledge, yeah, in this process of succeeding in life. Yeah, and one of the things that we've been talking about the journey to come and study here in America, here in US. And I've been sharing with you my experience, and I've been quoting other people's experiences also in my experiences as I've been sharing with you. So today I've decided I want to talk to you about the steps, simple steps that you can make, yeah, as you prepare to come and study here in USA. These are just simple preparations plans, simple ways that you can be able to organize yourself well so that you can be able to achieve this entire process. Yeah, and I'll use illustrations, I'll use experiences, I'll use things that you will be able to relate with, and things that if most of you'll be able to do it, you'll be able to succeed also in your journey. And the first thing, as you prepare, as you organize yourself, you need to have that desire. Yeah, the many people have said in life that if you want to achieve something, you need to have a vision, you need to have a dream, and that's something which is true. Nothing happens without a dream. So life, that's how success in life begins. So as you begin this process, have a dream that I really want to do this, that I really want direct my life towards this direction. So the direction that we are taking now is to come and study here in US. That is a very nice desire. Have that desire. The second thing is that you need to know all the requirements that they are needed. Yeah, you need to have them in mind. Number one requirement is the travel passport. When I talk about the travel passport, it's what allows you to travel to other countries. Yeah, you need to, like, for my case, I came from Kenya. I had the East Africa passport. Yeah, if from whichever country that you come from, have a travel passport. The next requirement you need to have completed your high school. That is a very basic requirement that you really need to have. For those people, especially for those coming to study undergraduate studies or maybe vocational schools, you need to have completed your high school. The next thing you need to have done, you need to have, for those people coming to study masters, you need to have completed your degree studies, yeah, in the university, maybe from your country or maybe from a neighboring country, or maybe from, yeah, you need to just have completed your degree and you have your transcripts, your certificate there with you. That is a requirement for master students. For those coming to study PhD, you need to have completed your masters, have the transcript, have transcript for undergraduate studies. You need also to have a project proposal, yeah, at hand, because most schools, the professors, you will be attached to a professor, and the professor will require you to submit your project proposal so that they can accept you, they can go through it and give you an admission and I-20 to that school. So basically you need to know those requirements. Another thing you need to know is that you need to have, there are some other documents that you really need to have. You need to know that you'll be required to pay service fee that will require you to have around $350. Yeah, you'll need to know that you'll be required to book for a visa appointment at the embassy. That is always $160. Yeah, you need to know that, yeah, there are some other sources that you'll be required to have. Another thing is that you need to know that some schools will require you to have done English tests. Yeah, for undergraduate levels, some schools might require you to provide them with your SAT scores, either or your Duolingo, your TOEFL, the IELTS exams, Acuplacer exams. These are exams that some schools will require you to provide them with. So have that in mind, so that you need to know when a school requires you to provide them with, you need to know how you'll be able to apply for those exams. You get to be able to do them on time, pay for them, pass successfully in those exams, and eventually you'll be able to achieve getting an admission in that school. Another main requirement is the bank statement. Bank statement is a proof of funding. Yeah. Some of you some people, you've been texting me telling me that, hey Brian, what if I'm coming to sponsor myself? Yeah, if you're able to sponsor yourself, you have the resources in the bank, the proof of funding, it's okay. When you go to the embassy, you get to show them, when you show your school, that you have these resources that will support you, so long as it's enough to support you in your program. To back up it, also have a good sponsor, because as much as you have your own funds, your funds might end, and you'll need to have somebody who is a sponsor, who will maybe back in your country, will be still doing the businesses here and there, and you'll be able to support you. So have a good sponsor. Your parents can support you. If they're not able, there is that sponsor, there's that uncle, there's that aunt who maybe in the process has been assisting you in your high school, in your university level, in your primary level of education. Have them, talk to them, let them even have a support affidavit to show that they have agreed to support you all a long way. So have a good sponsor. Yeah, so once you have that, it will show both proof of funding, it will show your academic qualifications. Another thing, the school also, through the passport, it will show that you are really valid, you really come from that country, that you have applied your school, yeah, from here, or maybe you did your high school from here. So that will be an identity form for you, yeah, as a student. Yeah, so another thing that you really need to know, you really need to know about the scholarship opportunities. This is something very, very essential, because coming to study here in USA, it's costly. Yeah, and if you don't have a scholarship, it will be quite burdensome for you, unless you do have a very nice sponsor who can support you. And this I've been talking about it in a very broader way, but I'll still emphasize on it that when I talk about scholarships, so many schools here in USA offer scholarships in various angles. Yeah, and the first thing, you can find scholarship in athletics. Yeah, when I talk about athletics, it applies to several games. There is soccer, there is baseball, there is cross country, there is track and field, there is volleyball, there is American football, there is rugby, and there are so many games. Yeah, there is tennis. I know most of you know all these games. Yeah, most schools offer scholarships when it comes to athletics. That is the number one scholarship that you need to know, a scholarship opportunity. So if you are there, you have that skill. Yeah, for those people who have been watching my videos, I've talked so much about running scholarships. Yeah, running scholarships, they are very good scholarships. You can get scholarship up to full sponsorship scholarship if you do run well. The secret towards it is for you to train well, for you to have a good video. You've recorded it in a good good field, that you can be able to share, yeah, with the coaches. Yeah, so that as you apply to the school, as you text the admission department, you also inform them that I am also a talented student in running, in track and field, I can do well in short races. Can you be able to inquire for me for any scholarships? The admissions can link you with the coach, or if you're good enough, you can find the email addresses of the coaches there at the website. Text dot those coaches. The coaches, they are very friendly, they'll be able to assist you. They'll be able to, when they see especially the video, when you send them a video link, that maybe you uploaded your video in the YouTube that shows you're good in running this and that way, you'll be able to be eligible to get a good scholarship. So guys, that is a very good tip for you to get a scholarship. For those guys in Kenya, they have several camps. Yeah, if you've finished your high school and you don't know where well, a good place that you can train in. Yeah, it's not a must that you used to be running in your high school. I myself, I used not to be that good in running, but a friend of mine told me that a talent is something that can be nurtured. Yeah, it's not that it's something that is inborn. It's something that you can nurture. It's something that I went to the camp, I trained because I had that desire, and little by little I develop running abilities. My body started catching up with it. And right now I'm running so well. Yeah, I've been able to represent my school so well up to national levels, and it's been a good opportunity. So if you're in Kenya, there are several camps. I was in a camp in Kaptagat. I had a good coach, Coach Johnson. Yeah, there's even several other coaches in Kaptagat. Yeah, there's a coach called Barmasa Geoffrey. Yeah, there's also some other coaches. When you go to Iten, you can find a good training camp there. There's a place also in Kapsabet. There's a place also in Olenguruani. There's a place also in there's several places, yeah, where you can find good camps. Yeah, but if you're within Eldoret, go to Kaptagat. You'll find good coaches there. The good thing about going to a camp is that you'll find a lot of friends there. You'll find connections. Yeah, through there I was able to find so many friends who are here, who qualified, who got that opportunity to come to study here and athletic scholarship, and they were able to guide me as much as the coach there was guiding me. They were there here on ground telling me about what is required, the steps that I really need to take, how I need to train well, what the coaches require, how am I supposed to behave well once I get here. So these were good preparations for me. So this is a tip for you. So if you want to catch up well, if you want to train well, if you want to nurture that skill, get to these coaches. They will assist you. If you're coming maybe from any other countries, I've not heard that connections from other countries about how you can be able to train, but I believe some other countries have that program. So get a good plan. Yeah, if you are not able to find a coach, you yourself, you can train yourself. Your brother can assist you, your sister can assist you, your high school coach can assist you. Yeah, you can be training at home, you can record a video. As long as it's something that you measure, you get to a good feel which is measured well, you can record a video, you can send a coach and you tell a coach, I've been training in my high school. After my high school, I've been training alone at home, and this is my talent, this is something that I love, and the coach will accept it. Yeah, so work on that. That is a tip for you, for those who are good in running, who want athletic scholarship. Those doing soccer, there are a lot of scholarships in soccer. Yeah, get to apply for them. Have a video of you playing. Get to interact with soccer coaches. Tell them about your capabilities. When you text them in the email, most of them always reply. And if they don't reply after this, sometimes they always reply. Talk to them. They can grant you half of the scholarship. Yeah. Besides athletic scholarship, there are other scholarships like academic scholarships. These academic scholarships, they are based on, especially on your high school performance and on your English proficiency test performance. So once you're called upon to do this test, once you apply for this test, get to pass them highly. Once your GPA is high, your SAT scores is high, your GRE scores are high, my friend, you will get up to full academic scholarships. And this is something that you really know its benefit. I know most of you think that, yeah, it's not a must that I do have scholarships. So once you get here, you'll be able to know that for you to fund your studies is quite challenging if you don't have a good sponsor. But if you're good, if you work on your both academic, your athletics, if maybe you have other talents like acting in maybe theater, drama, you can find there are some schools which can offer you, but those are scholarships that you will get once you are here. But the scholarships that you can prove on, mostly they are athletic based, they are academic based. So get to work on them very, very well. And once you get this full scholarship, you might be coming from a humble background. You've been studying all a long way through lots of challenges, but just imagine getting a full scholarship. You just only pay for your air ticket. Once you get here, the school provides with you everything. Yeah, just imagine that privilege, guys. Just imagine that privilege. Yeah, so don't Don't sit there and tell yourself that my life is over. I don't know what to do. I don't know how I'll further my studies. My family can't support me. They are not able. They are no, guys. This video, this can be your chance. Yeah, just listen. Just if you have that friend of yours who is talented, if you have that friend of yours who passed well in high school, or maybe passed averagely well and is stranded and has been having that desire to study, these are opportunities that are there. They are there to support international students. And just imagine, once you finish studying, you'll be able to, your course will put you in a good global field, especially in the job market. Because once you go back to your country with that good degree, you'll be able to get jobs. Yeah, because your degree will have more weight, because you'll have get more knowledge, more diverse skills. Also, you can be lucky, you can do a course, and in the process as you study here, you can get good employers who can be able to employ you. If your dream was maybe to get to work here, gain more experience here, maybe later on go back to your country, those are opportunities that you can get as you go by. So guys, get to have that in mind. Yeah, another thing, guys, that I really like to talk about is that as you prepare all along way, get to know that there is going to the embassy. And once you have everything, once you've submitted everything to the school will grant you an I-20. Yeah, and some schools will require you to pay some deposit or some application fee, or maybe some charges here and there. So get to study them all along way. Yeah, so that you get to know them, inform your parents about it. If you're supposed to pay so that they can send you an I-20, get to see all the logistics that you'll be required to do, so that you can be able to accomplish the entire process. So this is a very good process. This is a very simple process that you can do it just by yourself, all alone there at home. Yeah, if you do have a good phone, if you do have a good laptop, you can be able to do it. Another thing you need to know, guys, is that you need to know the intakes that are always there. Yeah, here coming to study here, there is always spring intake, there's summer intake, there's fall intake. The number one period that most schools are always open to receive students is always during fall intake. During fall intake, most schools do have scholarship opportunities. Most schools always have admissions for international students. So if you are looking for a broader opportunity, fall intake is there for you. If you miss the fall intake, that is during August, you can be able to apply for spring intake. When I talk about spring intake, is from December, January, to April. That is always the spring intake. So if you miss the fall intake, you can try during spring intake. Schools are always there open. You can apply for them, but the opportunities, they are not as much as during fall intake. Another intake is always during summer intake. When I talk about during summer intake, is period starting from May. Yeah, so these are always this intake is always open. You can get chances, but most students applying for master's, PhD, this is the time that most students always get chances and opportunities. Also, there's always late fall intake admission that always takes students during October. Yeah, these are always few opportunities, but you can get chances. Yeah, some school always offer late fall admissions. Yeah, so you can get that chance. So guys, get to know them. Yeah, that's something that I've enlightened you, so that you can be able to know. Yeah, so that as you apply, I know most of you always ask me, hey Brian, I want to start my process during February, what will I do? So it's good to know that if maybe you're planning to get a school starting from today, chances are high that you'll need to work for maybe summer or maybe for fall, because the period for applying for spring, it's very minimal, because we are in November, and getting a school between now and January, it's very limited, unless you had already begun the process. You have your passport, you have a sponsor. You see, there are so many things that are required in the process. Yeah, so if you get to organize yourself as early as now, you'll find yourself by summer or by next year fall, you will be set to go, because it's a step-by-step process. You first need to have the requirements at hand. You need to have a school. You need to apply several schools. You need to send them good bank statement. Later on, they send you an I-20. After the I-20, you apply for the embassy. The embassy takes quite a longer period of time for you to be able to get the dates. Getting dates is always not that an easy thing to get. So all those processes can take you up to 6 months, or maybe 3 months, or maybe 4 months, depending on how ready you had all the requirements at hand. So get to be able to know that, guys, as you apply and as you go all a long way. So the next thing that I like to be able to enlighten you with is that as you work on these entire processes, you need also to have friends. Yeah, you need to have also get good friends who will be able to assist you. Yeah, especially those guys who are already here in USA. I advocate, yeah, because they're the people who assisted me. As much as I was applying, most of the things I did by myself, I had friends who used to guide me, who used to tell me, yeah, once you finish this step, then for the next step, prepare yourself this and this way. Have people who can guide you, and the people who can guide you is that those people who have already experienced what you are applying for. So have some people who can assist you. If you cannot be able to find them, there are so many people who have uploaded so many things in YouTube that talk about so many different things that you will need to know, maybe during embassy preparation, maybe the requirements once you get to USA, what will be required of you that first day, what are the things you need to carry. You need to have somebody to guide you. If you cannot find maybe information that you want, you can inquire it from your coach if you are an athlete, or maybe you can inquire from the international admission counselor from your school, because you will need guidance. Yeah, you need people who can guide you, because most people, I've seen so many people who began this process and did things blindly, and eventually they would maybe deny their visas, or maybe they left this process halfway. And you know, guys, when you leave this process halfway, later on maybe you can come out regretting it. Yeah, because this is a chance that it can come once in your life, or maybe you can, time flies away. Yeah, there's an age that when you pass, you won't apply for an undergraduate studies. Yeah, because once maybe you are at 40, you won't be able to apply for undergraduate studies, because what have you been doing? You'll be asked that question. What have you been doing ever since maybe you graduated from your high school? So once you've cleared your high school, start the application as soon as possible. Talk to your parents. Have friends who can coach you in the process. Also, something else to emphasize on is that as you prepare in this journey, have patience. Yeah, this is a process that will take you time. Have patience. Organize yourself in a very good manner. Yeah, plan yourself. Know that this process can take time. You can go to the embassy and your visa can be denied. So what if your visa is denied? If your visa is denied, don't lose hope. You still have that chance. You still have that opportunity for you to apply for it once again. So if you get to start this process, know it takes time. I had friends who, while I was beginning this process, they told me, Brian, this thing can take you 2 years, 3 years. It can take you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So be patient. Organize yourself. Give yourself time. Give yourself the best. And eventually you'll be able to get this chance. So by that I knew that even if I fail maybe at some point, or maybe if I do one of these two things, I'll know that this process always leads to another, that other process leads to another, and that's how life is. So guys, basically that's what I wanted to share with you today. I wanted to just enlighten with you just the baby steps, things that you need to know in your mind things that you need to have it in mind. I was just relaxing in my bed and I just said myself, let me tell you this, because most of you always begin this process. Most of you are always maybe quite confused about what to do next. So have that in mind as you go all along way, that I'm required to do this, I'm required to do that, I'm required to prepare myself in this and this manner, and eventually that this and that will lead towards your success in life. So stay positive in life, stay focused, keep on subscribing to my videos, keep on watching them, keep on enlightening your friends. I'll bring in more content as usual, and you'll be able to learn a lot. Yeah, so that as we go all a long way in this journey, you need to succeed. You need to get a chance to achieve your dreams, or studying that career that you really wanted to do, and getting that chance to study in USA or maybe abroad, in whichever country that you had the desire on to study. So thank you guys, to see you in my next video.